All right. Happy Saturday. Hello and welcome. My name is Chuck. Your co-host with me is Landy Martin from Argyle, Texas. And today we're doing our first ever, hopefully not only ever, but first ever rank up to bank up training. And if you're wondering where this term came from, I want to give a huge mega shout out to Tim Miller, Crown Diamond in Live Good. And what's really funny is he says this on almost every Facebook post, rank up to bank up. And it's, at first I thought it was weird, but the more I hear it, the more it resonates with me. And if you want to make more money, you got to rank up. If you're going to rank up, you're going to make more money. It's a win-win. So our goal today, Landy and I, is to help you not only teach you how to rank up, but to give you some action items that you can do in the next hour that's going to help you propel your business forward. So real quick disclaimer, individual results will vary. This training is for educational purposes only, and Landy and I are both independent affiliates. We're not company owners or spokespeople. So this is the purpose. Number one, we want to help you rank up quickly, which is what everybody wants. And number two, we want to help you develop the right mindset. And I do believe the mindset comes before the ranking up. That's just my own opinion, but we're going to help you with both of that. So this is our agenda. And before we get into the training, Landy, is there anything you want to anybody you want to give a shout out to or anything you want to say?
I just want to give a shout out to everybody on this call who's showing up for themselves today. Good job, you guys. Also, Deborah Mitchell, Michelle Marie, Nikki Hodges. Oh my gosh, you guys. Christina Walls, like so many people are just showing up for the businesses. And I'm just super excited of where we're headed because we're just 2 months in, you guys. So get excited. This is going to be amazing.
Yeah, today is the 2-month anniversary of Landy and I joining Live Good. So, I mean, it's crazy if you think about it. So this is our agenda, what we're going to discuss today. We're going to do some contests. Ooh, I love a contest. We're going to do some real quick mindset and vision training, and then we're going to do these action items. We're going to go through Facebook, texting, email, and then we're going to wrap up the event. We're going to pick the winners and do the prizes. So these are the 3 contests that we're doing today, and you can take a picture of this with your phone if you need to. You can write this down. We are going to give a prize, and it's a mystery prize. We're going to give a prize to the person who gets the craziest reply today. This is always one of my favorite contests because there are some weirdos out there. We all come across them every once in a while who, when we talk to them about Live Good or something, they just give us weird responses. So if someone gives you a weird response, you save that because you might qualify for that contest. For the person on this call who gets the most new pre-enrollees in the next hour, and for a random winner who stays with us the entire webinar. So those are the 3 winners. Those are the 3 different contests that we're going to do, and we'll pick the prizes and the winners at the end of this training. So before I get into the mindset and vision part, which is going to take like 5-10 minutes, Landy, is there anything you want to say about mindset or ranking up that has really helped you in the business?
Well, the only thing I can say about mindset, guys, is mindset is everything in this business. You have got to build your own belief. And, I talked about this on the Power Hour, but every time that you don't keep a promise to yourself, no matter what that is, a goal you wrote down, something you wanted to accomplish today, like reaching out to 5 people or making a post, every time you don't do those little things, it chips away at your confidence. And you're losing trust in yourself because you're not showing up for yourself. You deserve to show up for yourself and your business. If somebody said, meet me for lunch, I'd love to meet you for lunch, and you agreed to go, your butt would show up. Even if you didn't feel like it, you would get up, you would shower, you would get ready, and you would go to lunch. Why? Because you're going to show up for that friend, right? We got to do the same thing for ourselves in our business because that is just number one. We have to have the mindset that we are going to show up to blow up, you guys. So just work on your mindset every single day. Do personal development every day. I spend at least probably 2 hours in reading, journaling, affirmations. All these things are so important. And when you engage in these activities and you nurture your mindset, your business is going to grow like you would never imagine. That's all I have to say about it.
Well, you got that right. Mindset and personal development help. So here's a tip I want to share with everybody. And these next 2 things, in my opinion, are the most important part of this training. First and foremost, you build your business 1 rank at a time. I know everybody wants to be a diamond, everybody wants to be a crown diamond, but you should really focus on your next rank. Instead of obsessing about becoming a diamond, If you haven't hit bronze yet, your goal should be everything you got to do to get to the rank of bronze. If you're a bronze right now, your whole world should be, what do I need to do to get to the rank of silver? If you're a silver, what exactly do I need to do to get to gold? And if you do that and you're doing the right steps, it's going to, number one, it's going to take a lot of pressure off you, because you can't hit diamond if you haven't hit bronze yet. You can't hit platinum if you haven't hit silver yet. So do it one rank at a time. And here's the next thing. And I learned this concept in the military. We called it reverse engineering, reverse mapping, reverse planning. Basically, what you do is you take your next goal. So let's just say you're brand new. Today is day one in Live Good for you. The first rank in the company is bronze. So what you want to do, you want to go to that compensation plan chart in your back office, and you want to figure out what you got to do to get to bronze. To be a bronze, it's simple. You got to have 2 members. So you could draw 2 little circles. Your plan until you hit that goal is to get 2 names in those circles, 1 name in each circle, so you get to the rank of bronze. Then once you do that, you can now go to the silver, and you know you need 20 people and 10 personally enrolled. So you could draw out 20 circles on a piece of paper. You could start writing in names as people join, and now you know what you need to do to get to that next rank. And that makes life so much easier. This business actually can be quite predictable if you keep track of your stats, if you know what you need to do to get to the next rank, and most importantly, you focus on the activities, not the results, because the results don't always come instantly. Sometimes they do. Sometimes you have lull days. Sometimes you might have a week that's slow, and the next week is just crazy good because you are planting the seeds every day. So I call it the recruiting mindset. I call it the business building mindset. And if I had to define that mindset in a couple words, it's purpose, it's intentional, it's consistent, it's persistent activity. You're doing just a few, 2, 3 simple things every day, income-producing activities to grow your business. Another thing I just want to add in before we start taking these action items, you got to have a sense of urgency. One of the biggest killers of a business is people come in and they hem and haw in their business. And what I have found is the people who do well, they have a very intense sense of urgency about their business. Yes, they have a family. Yes, they have a job. They don't neglect those things, but they do set aside time every day to work their business and focus on the right activities, because folks, your business is not going to build itself. If you wait until you have free time to start building it, you're never going to build it. You have to make the time. You have to make it a priority. I would also tell you that when it comes to building, you really want to have some all-out massive action. And when I mean all-out massive action, it's not about working 8 hours a day. It's about, can you set aside 45 to 60 minutes a day, and can you have 5, 10, 15, 20 conversations with prospects online, offline, by phone, by email, however you do it, where you're sharing the business with people. You got to, at some point, do more than you normally would do if you really want your business to take off. Slow and steady is better than nothing at all, but sprinting for a month or 2 months or 3 months and then going to slow and steady is much better. And then finally, Landy and the ladies, I give you all a mega shout out at the relationship building. You ladies can run circles around us guys with building relationships, but this business is a relationship business. And if you are prospecting people on social media or different platforms, it helps immensely if you have some type of relationship. Yes, you can do the cold approach. It is brutal. You have to go through a lot more people. But if you just took a little bit of time to do a little bit of connecting, a little bit of warming up, it would make a big difference. And finally, your daily mode of operations is everything in this business. If you show me your calendar and your daily task, I could almost predict with 100% certainty whether or not you're going to rank up to bank up. So you have to have a simple checklist of 2 to 5 things you're going to do, income producing activities every day to move your business forward. And this isn't just this business. This is anything in life. This is to get healthy, for your financial plan, for your family plan. There's just a couple key things you can do each day that really make the big difference. And you don't always see the impact right away. It's like that slight edge or compound effect. It takes a little bit of time, but it does add up. So what we have done is we have 3 segments in today's training. Landy is going to do these next 2, and then I'll close it out. We have a Facebook, texting, and email segment. We're going to take about 15 minutes with each segment. We're going to teach you what we know about that very briefly, and then we have some action items for you to do. So I want to turn it over to my bestie, gold executive, almost platinum executive, Landy Martin. She is the Facebook queen. She's a rock star, and it's an honor to work with her. And she's going to do these next two segments. Go ahead, Landy.
Thank you so much, Chuck. Thanks for hosting this. Thanks for your servant leadership. We love you so much, and we're just so grateful to have you. And y'all, I've been kicked off Facebook not once, but 3 times. So I have experience in rebuilding from scratch. Okay. So the first thing I want y'all to do is put your next goal in the chat. What you write, you invite. Courtney Looper says it all the time, you guys, and we need to write down our next goal. And like Chuck said, draw on a piece of paper, because visualization is going to help us hit those goals. So put it on a piece of paper, print it out, put it up somewhere. I have a thing up back on my vision board that has my picture in it that says platinum, because that's my next goal. I'm going to see that. I'm going to say it. I'm going to do it over and over again until I believe it. So we want to do that. We want to print it out, write it down, put it up, visualize, confirm it, all that. So if everybody will put their next goal in the chat, that would be amazing. All right. So the success tips we have here. You want to obviously keep adding new friends, y'all. Some of y'all come to me and you say, no one's liking my post. Nobody sees my post. And I'm like, how many friends do you have? And they say 200. It takes more than 200 people on your Facebook to build a business. So that's the first thing I want to say. Get your friends up to at least 3,000 to 4,000 as quickly as you can. Now, obviously, you don't want to get kicked off Facebook, put in Facebook jail, or restricted in any way. But guys, you could add 10 people a day, send 10 friend requests a day. Okay, 10 times 7, that's 70 a week. Times 4 is 210 people a week. A month that you could be adding to your network. Okay. This is network marketing. So we got to build our network. So that's the first thing. Build relationships. Number 2, I harp and preach on this all the time. Nobody cares what you have until they know that you care. So work on truly building relationships. And when you reach out to people, have in mind, how can I lift this person up today? How can I help this person? How can I serve this person? If you're in your mind with just how can I get a sale? How can I get one more sign up? How can I get one more person? They're going to smell it like a fly smells crap. Like, seriously, we have to be sincere. We have to be altruistic, and we have to truly come from a heart of servant leadership where we're going to help those people do something. We know they need collagen. We know they need factor 4, whatever. Okay. And number 3, last thing I'm going to say is curiosity is what sells. Okay. Now, it's great to list benefits of the products on your page, but if you give everything away, they're already going to know everything about it. So why would they come to you and ask you any questions, right? And I know there's a lot of controversy around whether or not to say the company name. And, there's people out there that say, well, if you don't say the company name, you're either ashamed of it or you're hiding something. But if you really look a lot, and I know in Live Good, it's just different, y'all. It's just different here. I never have used company name in the past, but I have a little bit sometimes with Live Good, because I am so proud of Live Good and I'm so obsessed with it. I just can't shut up about it. But you got to be careful with, putting Live Good out there everywhere, just because when people see that, they're going to go to Google. They potentially might find someone else to join, right? So if it's somebody you really trust, or you feel like you really, really trust the whole Facebook audience that you're talking to, by all means, go ahead. If you want to put your link in the comments, by all means, go ahead. Nobody's here to tell you what to do. It's your own business. But I personally like to have a little bit of control when I first post something, so that I know who's interested. And if I put that link in the comments right away, I have no idea who clicked it and went anywhere. I can't follow up. I just don't know anything, right? So that is personally why I choose to kind of focus on curiosity more, and then have them come to me with questions so that I can privately message them. Because when you get in a message with somebody, that's where you build your relationships up, okay? And nobody is going to join you until they know, like, and trust you enough. So if you come to me and you say, nobody's joining me, then I'm going to tell you, you need to work on your skills. You need to work on your relationship building, okay? Because when the relationship's there, this business is fun, because people trust you. They're willing to join you. They're willing to buy from you. All right. So the first action item that we're going to do And you know what? I was gonna do some music. So let me get some music up for this. So let's focus on the first one right now. Now, some of you guys are already maxed out at 5,000 friends. If you are, go through your Facebook friends. You can sort them. You can go to friends and click sort, and you can click newest and interact with any new friends. Or you can click oldest and go see, have you even talked to this person in the last 7 years? If not, guys, release and let go. Because if we let go of stuff and clear the clutter out of our Facebook page, it's going to open up for new prospects, new people that are interested in joining your business to come on. So let's do this first activity for a few minutes. Let's just say, I mean, it shouldn't take us more than 3 minutes to add 5 new friends. Okay. You can go to groups, you can search, and look for people that are like-minded. Okay, so just go to Facebook groups. You can put in anything you're interested in: knitting, golfing, cooking, anything, guys. Go to the groups you're currently in, look around, interact with people in there, and add some of those people as a friend. Just send them a friend request. Okay, so let's spend 3 minutes and let's do this first activity together. Does anybody have any questions before we get started? Woo, I love all these goals. We got bronze, silver. Amazing, you guys. Gold, I love it. Love it, love it, love it. I need to put mine in there. My next goal is platinum. So guys, this is amazing. Let's go ahead and make those friends requests now, because part of what we do is build our network. So let me find some music and off we go. I'm going to set a timer.
Your ideal clients, they're in pain right now, and they need your help, not me, not.
All right, you guys. Hopefully that music's not too loud. I hope you guys were able to send out 5 new friend requests. And if your Facebook was full, delete old ones and make room for new ones. This is going to mix up your algorithm. It's going to show your stuff to more people. Okay. So these little activities are really good. All right. So the next step we're going to do is message 5 people. Let's take about 5 minutes to do this one. And Chuck did 2 scripts here that are really good. You can take this script, you can switch it up a bit. If do something that your interest that feels like it resonates with you. Okay, don't do anything that feels awkward. Okay, because our energy is everything, and we want to be messaging people with the most positive energy as we can. So these are your 2 scripts. You guys can read, and let's message 5 people. Now you could even I love this first one. It's so non-threatening. Okay. Or I thought we had one. Did we not have one that just said, hey, I noticed we've never chatted before, so I just wanted to reach out and say hi? That's a good one. Guys, anything to get out of your comfort zone, just message somebody to say hi. It doesn't have to be automatically about the business, but you can decide which ones you want to share the business with. Okay, so let's message 5 people now. I'll set this for 5 minutes. Okay, about another minute left on that one.
Yep, you guessed it. Another talking head ad where somebody's talking about people making
Oops, sorry, commercial.
thousands per month.
All right, guys. All right, if you're not done with that, be sure and finish that later. if anything, just reach out, lift somebody up, get comfortable with getting into conversation with people, right? It's network marketing. We got to open up those conversations. So if you're uncomfortable right now, just reaching out cold to somebody as far as bringing up your business, build your own belief, but reach out and network with people. You'd be surprised when you start asking them questions about what they do for a living, what they've been up to this summer, where they go on vacation. It just opens up the conversation. And before you know it, they might start telling you about pain they're having or whatever. And you have a solution, right? Which is your product or your opportunity, whatever it might be. All right. So the last two things I'm going to do is we can do these together. So engage in 5 other people's posts or stories. And we're going to spend about 5 minutes and work on a curiosity engagement post. So I'll put one in the chat that I think would be really nice. And then we can all go and boost each other and engage on that post in the chat. Does anybody have any questions before we get started? Okay. I think when everybody shuts the chat down, it's saying they left or what? I don't know what's going on with the chat. The chat's really weird. Okay. All right, guys, I'm going to start a 5-minute timer and we're going to do the engage in 5 other people's posts. So when we post this curiosity post, that I'm going to put it in the chat. And when we post that on our page, we're going to all go to each other's post and engage and boost and all of that. Okay. All right. So let's get started. 5 minutes. And then going to start. Put this in the chat. Okay, so when you go to your page, you know how you can use the little emoji thing. So you don't have to do this, but this is just an idea. To everyone who has supported me, I want to say thank you. And it's just putting positivity and gratitude out into your Facebook. And it just puts you in receiving mode and opens up for great things to happen in your life. So yes, everybody, that's what I'm saying. Everybody can put this same post. And what we're going to do is when you start seeing it on everybody's page, be sure you like and comment, love on it, comment and all that. Okay. All right, off we go, guys. Okay, so we have somebody in the chat. I guess I'm not understanding this assignment. So this is an assignment to help boost our algorithms on Facebook, engage with each other, and just put gratitude out there for, everyone who's ever supported you. This is just putting positivity on your page. That's what's going to attract more positivity. So let me know if you have any other questions about that.
Arm & Hammer hardball knitter. How hard is it? Crazy hard. Amazing.
Sorry, y'all. I guess I have a playlist that has a ton of ads on it for some reason. Let's change it up. All right, you guys, that is it for the Facebook stuff that we're going to do today. But if you didn't get a chance to boost everybody, please go. Everybody that's on this call, make sure you're boosting and commenting in all those posts. I love it. People are going to wonder what is going on. All these people are saying thank you. So thanks for participating. And Chuck, back to you.
All right, great training, Lindy. And all I want to close out this segment with is get in the habit of doing these 4 things every day, 5-6 days a week, not just today, every day, 15-20 minutes, 5-6 days a week consistently, and it will pay off. So let's go to our next training / action item, which is texting. Take it away, Landy.
Oh, okay. I didn't realize this was me too. Okay. So texting. So here, this is great, y'all. You're going to get the best response from your warm market. The goal to rank up is to get 2 people in or however many more people in that we can. So these are a couple of scripts and you can choose what resonates with you. But what we're going to do next is we are going to text 5 people in our phone. We're going to say hello and just, catch up, see if we can get conversation going. Okay. And when you get those conversations going, you just never know where they're going to lead. And, like Chuck says here, your phone is a gold mine. You got to stay in touch with your network. That is the only way they're going to know what you're doing. If you opened a store and you never told anybody, and you didn't put the word out and announce that you have a retail store or whatever, nobody's going to come, right? So we've got to let people know that we're in business, because I guarantee you there are people in your phone right now that need desperately the collagen. They need desperately the reds, the greens, okay? So all you got to do is stay in touch with people, and then these kind of things are going to come up naturally in conversation. Talk to somebody for 10 minutes in this world. They are going to start telling you about their back hurting, whatever issue they're dealing with. We have solutions, guys. So we just got to reach out, nurture those relationships again, and we'll be able to do that. Okay, so text 5 people on your phone that you haven't chatted with in a while. So let's do that. And we can do that for the next, how are we doing on time, Chuck? Should we do like 3 minutes on each or 5? Okay, we can do 5 minutes on each, and we'll start with that first one. And if you have any questions, put it in the chat. Thank you guys for showing up. You guys, this is going to help your business so much. I'm excited for everybody on this call.
see my heart caving. I got my scars. Back again. To the blue skies. Whisper the rain. Run for the sunrise. Whisper the pain. City takes everything. Blue skies. The rain.
Couple of minutes left, you guys. Keep going. If you can message more than 5, it's not going to hurt you. So just keep going. It's only going to help you.
Skies. Run for the blue skies. Run for the sunrise.
All right, awesome. So what I found when I was doing that, you guys, I put an idea for a follow-up there because when I started going through my phone, I found people that I had already reached out to and shared the tour that hadn't responded or whatever. And so I followed up with, hey, Andrea, did you ever look into this? And I put my link again and said their collagen is amazing and it's so affordable. So follow-up is important, as we all know. We're not really talking about on this call, but we definitely need to be following up after we message all these people today. Don't just do it and leave it. Statistics show that no one moves, joins, buys, makes a move at all until between the 7th and 20th follow-up or seeing the information 7 to 20 times. Companies like McDonald's, you'll see their commercials sometimes 4 times during one episode of something. They understand marketing. They know that if they don't stay in front of people, that somebody will go to Burger King instead, okay? So it's the same thing for you. If you're not being consistent on your timeline, if you're not being consistent, and you're not following up, and you're not staying top of mind with people, they're going to hear about Live Good from somebody else. They're going to go order that collagen or whatever from somebody else. It's just the way it's going to be. So as marketers, we have to understand that we got to stay in front of people. That is so important. And now that we know 80% of people join between the 7th and the 20th follow-up, we got to get past number 7. Okay. And no, you don't have to go in every day and say, why didn't you order? Why didn't you buy? Why didn't you join? That's not what you're doing. You're spending time going to their page. You're loving on their comments. You're texting them. You're lifting them up. You're building what? The know, like, and trust factor. And what do we know? Nobody joins us until they know, like, and trust us, guys. So Again, everything goes back to relationships. So for number 2, we are going to, do y'all hear me okay? You can hardly hear. I don't know. Can everybody hear me okay? Okay. Yes, perfect. Okay, so number 2, we're going to text 5 people and ask them if they'd like to take a free tour. Chuck has a great script here. Okay. Another thing you can say is, hey, how have you been doing? Ask them, hey, how are you? And just say, I recently launched something really exciting, and I'm reaching out to everyone I know before I announce it publicly. Would you be open to taking a look at it? Anything like that, guys. If you're struggling with what to say, please reach out, and somebody that has experience can get you a script that you're comfortable with, that you feel comfortable with. Whatever you do not let your own thoughts about this or your fears or whatever hold you back. You deserve this business. You deserve what this is going to do for you. So get through it. The only way to it is through it. We can't go around it. We can't hide from it. We can't avoid it. We have to go through it. And we all went through this. We all go through the same steps to get to success. Okay. All right. So 5 minutes, and we're going to message and reach out and ask for 5 tours. All right. Off we go.
Don't say I love you. It's too late. It's not too late. I'm not so hungry for the food that won't come. We can make up these crumbs, and we're all staring down the barrel of our guns with your life that's before you. You wish you would have done it. Gotta stop looking at the time we've been giving it. This is all we got, and we gotta start thinking it. Every second counts on the clock that's ticking. Gotta live like we're dying. Seconds in a day to turn out. Gotta live like we're dying. Do what you call with your last goodbye. So be so careful who we let fall out of. For us, you'll be no one alive. Gotta stop. Now we can give it. We got to. Thinking that every counts on the clock that's ticking. Gotta live. You never know a good thing till it's gone. You never see a crash till it's head on. Or everything will rise from the dead hole. You never know a good thing till it's gone. Yeah, we gotta stop. Looking at the hands of the time. This is all we got. You can have every second counts on the clock. Wanna live?
About a minute and a half left. I hope you guys are making some exposures. I really hope this is leading to what does it take to advance and rank up? Exposures. People have to be exposed to the link so they can join. So that's what this is all about.
like a small boat on the ocean, sending big waves into motion, like how a single word can make a heart open. When we have one match, but I can make an explosion. And all those things that didn't say, wrecking balls and set my brain. Tonight, this time, this is my fight. Still got a lot of fire left in me. Friends and I'm chasing some. Everybody's worried about me. Too deep. After 2 years, I'm missing home. There's a fire burning in my bones. Yeah, I still believe.
All right, guys, that's the timer for that one. Hopefully you guys were able to get some exposures with that. I ended up in like deep conversation, about to close somebody right now. So yay. If we got one new pre-enrollee during this thing, like we've accomplished something big today, you guys. Also, I'm done here, but Courtney Looper, I think, is on this call. And she's absolutely amazing at, just reaching out to people in her phone as well as on Facebook. So Courtney, would you like to add to anything that I've talked about today? Okay.
It wouldn't let me unmute. It just did.
Okay, there you go.
No, I think everything that you're saying is like spot on. I mean, the main thing is don't prejudge people. Had someone prejudged me 10 years ago, I was someone that walked around life with my head down. I could not even look you in the eyes when speaking to you. Now, I admit I still am awkward. I'm still awkward and I've got my ADD, but hey, listen, it just makes me who I am. But listen, don't prejudge people. You don't know the path that they've gone through. Who cares if what they show on social media, life looks perfect, right? That they don't need, a side hustle. You don't know what they're truly going through. We don't share everything on social media, right? So just don't prejudge, give them the opportunity. There is nothing worse, and just listen, I know this from experience, nothing worse than seeing a friend of yours on Facebook posting about Live Good just now for the first time, knowing, oh, why didn't I reach out to them? Because I thought that they were in something else, that they were doing something else and their life was great. Don't prejudge. Don't make that decision for them. Put the opportunity in front of them and let them decide. I'm telling you, it can change your life. It can change someone else's life. And I just think back, like, this industry changed the life of not just me, but my family, and my family. And so just remember that you not reaching out to someone could be that. I mean, you're like turning down what could be they have a prayer. Some people are praying for this, right? They are praying for an opportunity, and you not reaching out to them is like their prayer not being answered because you're not doing what you need to be doing. So anyways, that's not really all I got to say.
Well, love it. I appreciate your tips. You're always amazing. Thank you, Court.
Thanks, Landon.
All right. Well, thank you, Landy. Did you have anything else you wanted to add before we wrap up that section?
I think that was it, guys. It's just, get out of your own way, take the action that's going to get you where you want to go. And you're going to be so, so thankful when you get there. So yeah, that's really it.
Awesome. So our third and final segment that we're going to do on today's training is email. And what I want to say about this is two things. Everyone on this call, you're probably going to have a natural preference for either Facebook, texting, or email. It's going to be one of the three for most of us that we feel most comfortable doing. And that's fine. But keep this in mind. Your prospects are going to feel comfortable in a different variety of these things. Some of your prospects might not be on Facebook. Some of your prospects might not be texters. Some of your prospects might not be emailers. And that's why we recommend you do a variety of these things, because you can reach different people in a different way. And before I cover this, if you go into the chat and you look at what I put, if you simply took today's training and you said, you know what, 5 days a week, I'm going to take the weekends off and go have fun, but 5 days a week, I'm going to text 5, email 5, Facebook message 5. That's 75 exposures a week. Do it for a year. That's over 3,600. If 1 in 50 joined your team, you'd sign up 72 people. That's how powerful working these numbers consistently is. Now, here's the funny thing is, you wouldn't sign up those 72 people the first week or the first day. You would just gradually chip away at it, and you would get better. Your skills would improve. You would learn how to overcome objections. You would learn what to say. You wouldn't take rejection so personally. So with that, so email is the segment that I decided to train on. And the reason I picked this one is because I build my business pretty much mostly through email. I do a lot of ads, but all my communication is by email. I don't really message many people. I definitely don't text people. I don't Facebook message many people unless they're already in the team, but I love email. Why do I love email? It's easy and it's non-interruptive. I don't know about you, but sometimes, like when I'm out to eat and my phone starts dinging with all my Facebook notifications, I just want to chuck it. But what's great about email is people check it when it's convenient for them. So people are either going to open your email or they're not. So those are the reasons that I like email. It's also very fast. You can do 10 or 15 emails literally in 10 or 15 minutes. Now, I have different strategies for email. I have a couple things. I email everybody in my contact list. I have about 6 or 7 email accounts, but in my Gmail, in my Hotmail, I have my own website with its own email. When I joined Live Good, and even still now, I make sure I have reached out to everybody in my contacts list at least one time. Just send them a message. And what I said in the beginning was something I learned from Eric Johnson, a friend of mine who's a diamond in Live Good. And he basically just used the subject line, "Hey, have you seen this yet?" And then he shared his Live Good link with the people that he knew, and that's fine. Another thing that I do with email that works very good is every single spam email that I get, I reply to. I just say, "No, thank you, not interested." And the reason I do that is because I have an email signature on all my emails. So now they're getting my marketing message for free. And I probably get 100 spam emails per day. I can literally respond to all 100 people in probably 8-10 minutes. And now all of those people are seeing my marketing message, whether they're interested or not. Just we call that reverse marketing, but it works. I've been doing that. So what we're going to do in this section is I want you to pick the email account that you use the most. It could be a Gmail, it could be a Hotmail, it could be an AOL, Yahoo, whatever it is that you use. And before we email anybody, what I want you to do is I want you to log into your email, and I want you to click on your address book or your contact book in your email and just get an idea. And you could type in the message here how many contacts you have in your email. I'd love to see a couple people respond. Just go and tell me how many you have in your address book. For most of us, it's probably 100 or 200 or 300 or 400 contacts that you could reach in your email. Another thing I've done before we start doing the action steps that has worked well for me is you can go to your email and you can click on the sent folder, and you can look at all the emails you've sent over the past year. And you can now also follow up with a lot of those people. Now, you might not contact every single one of those people again, but you could get out a piece of paper and you could go through those thousands of sent emails and probably come up with 200, 300, 400 names of people that you could email one time about Live Good. And when I do say email, I don't mean spam people. I don't mean putting someone's email in an autoresponder. I don't mean putting it in one of those bulk mailers and emailing them until they want to kill you. You don't want to do that. But you can email people one time. That's not a problem. So the script that I came up with that I like to use in my email is I kind of try to act like a lamb and sell like a lion. I have a very low-key recruiting approach that works very well for me. And what I like to do is I like to be indirect, and I like to ask for referrals. So maybe Landy is in my email contact manager. I could shoot her an email and say something like this: Hey, Landy, I was just searching through my email contacts and I found your name. I know it's been a while since we talked. I just wanted you to know I started a new business and I'm looking for some referrals. I was hoping if I could send you some information with what I'm doing, you could pass it off to the right people that you might know. And the reason that I like that approach is by default, she's almost never going to say no. She's going to tell me that I can send it. And number two, before she shares it with anybody, she's going to look it over herself and she's going to see if she's interested. This is also a great approach for Facebook or texting too, because you're not asking them to whip out their credit card and spend money. You're asking them if they know of anybody who might be interested in what you're doing. So this is going to be your action item. All right. Before you go and email 10 people, I want you to do a couple things. I want you to get out a piece of paper and I want you to go to your address book. And you probably can't do it all on this call, but this is what I want you to do in the next couple days. I want you to go to your address book in your email account, and I want you to write down all the names of people you have not contacted yet about Live Good. And then, excuse me, and then you can send them this email or whatever email you feel comfortable doing. That's number one. Number two, I want you to click on the sent folder in your email. And I want you to look as far back as you can. For some of us, it's going to be 2-3 years. And I want you to write down all the names of people you know that you sent an email to that you have not contacted Live Good about Live Good yet. Just by doing this, you're probably going to have 200-300 new names already. Then what I want you to do is go to your trash folder in your email. And I want you to look through all the emails that you deleted. And I want you to write down people that you know or know of that, but you have not contacted about Live Good yet. Just doing those three things is probably going to give you 300, 400, 500, 600, maybe 1,000 people you could contact about Live Good. And then what you would do is you could pick maybe 10, 15, at most 20 a day. None of these email servers like when you send out hundreds of emails per day. So what you want to do is you want to break it up. I would recommend a few in the morning, a few in the afternoon, and a few in the evening. And then you can send this message that I have, or you could even use one of these messages from the texting or from the Facebook. It really doesn't matter. So just pick the script that you're most comfortable with and send that to people. And when you send the email, don't go into extensive details about Live Good. You're just trying to pique their curiosity. You're trying to see if they're willing to take a look. You can include your link. You don't have to. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. It's your call, depending on how well you know the person. But if you know the person, I would include your link. If you don't know the person, I would use one of these scripts, but wait for them to give you permission to send your link. But it's a personal preference if you're doing it one time. So what we're going to do for our action items on today's call, I want you to go into your email and I want you to pick 10 people that is in your Gmail or your Yahoo account that you have not contacted about Live Good, and I want you to email them. And you can use for a subject line, hey, how's it going, with their name. Have you seen this yet? Have you heard of this before? It's been a while, just catching up. Any of those subject lines will work good, but you just want something that will get their attention so they open it. I like to also say, hey, in the subject line, I could say something. If I was emailing Landy, I could say, hey, Landy, it's Chuck Holmes. How's it going? And I would put that in the subject, because when she sees that and she's scanning her emails, she's more likely to open that because it's got her name and my name both in the subject line. So let's take, say, 5 minutes, just so we can keep this call. We're going to go about 5 minutes late, but that's all right. Let's take about 3 minutes and let's go and do 10 emails. And how I do this is I type up the email that I want in a Word document. And then I go into my Gmail and I click compose 10 times and I just copy and paste that message into all 10. And then I add in, of course, when possible, I add in their name and maybe I change 1 or 2 words. So I'm going to set the timer and let's do that. Go ahead. And we've got about 2 more minutes. Just do the best you can.
Make an explosion. This is my
About 1 minute.
still got a lot of fire left in me. You know, the streets are empty.
And while you're doing this, just went through the chat, but one thing you might want to consider is after you've emailed someone one time, you definitely want to have good posture and you don't want to chase people. What I like to do is I like to circle back about 2 to 3 weeks after I've emailed someone, and I do one follow-up and that's it. I don't want to chase them or come across as desperate, but I just say, hey, Landy, I sent you an email a few weeks back. Just wanted to check and make sure it hit your inbox, not your spam folder, and that you saw it. And from there, if they still don't respond, let it go out into the universe and go focus on someone else. But circling back one time is good, but hounding them all the time is not good. And if you've already approached them using Facebook or in person, you don't really need to email them. This is really for people you have not hit up the other way. And finally, I'll just say, we got about 30 seconds left. There are some people who might not be responsive to you on Facebook, but who would be very responsive to you on email, and vice versa. There are some people you could email till the cows come home, and they might not respond, but they would on Facebook. We have a trainer in the industry that I respect and admire greatly. His name is Robert Blackman, and he basically taught me what's called the call, email, mail follow-up system, but you could change that to the call, email, Facebook system. And what he did, he would call someone one time. If they didn't answer, he would leave them a voicemail and say, I'm emailing you some information about something that might be of interest to you. Please check it. And then he would email it to them. And in the email, he would also mail them that, but you could replace that with, in the email, you could say, I'm also sending you the information on Facebook Messenger in case you didn't get this. So using a combination of methods with each prospect that you have is not bad either, because some people aren't, like I said, checking their email 100 times a day or checking Facebook 100 times a day. In any way that you can reach someone is a good way. Okay, make sure we didn't miss anything. Good. So that concludes that. What we're going to do is we're going to wrap up this call. And the biggest takeaway from this is you want to do a few key things in your business every single day. You really don't want to box yourself into just doing one strategy, because if that strategy can be taken away from you, like, if Facebook banned you, or an Instagram that you're on shut you down, or YouTube that you're doing shut you down, it's good to have 2 to 3 different ways to reach out to people. Texting, emailing, and Facebook as a combination is like the trifecta, in my opinion, because you're really hitting it at all different angles. So what I want to do is we want to give away some prizes. So let's start with, did anybody here get a crazy reply today? If we don't have a crazy reply, we'll pick 2 random winners instead. If you had someone send you a crazy reply to an email, to your text, or your Facebook message, you can share it here in the chat and we will pick a winner. No crazies today. Hallelujah. It just ain't your day. There's crazies out there though. Anybody else deal? The day is young too, my friend. You might get some crazies later. Anybody else have any crazies? No? Okay. That's all right. No replies. Good. So we're going to pick 2 random winners then. Okay. Did anybody here get anyone to pre-enroll today or to take a free tour? And there is a lag sometimes. So if you didn't, don't worry. If you did these conversations, you are going to get some pre-enrollees from it. But let's see. Anybody else? It's okay. I'm just going to wait a minute, let other people respond. Make sure you check too. Okay. My gal asked if the video was dirty. You know, that's funny. I always ask them, do you want it to be? Like when people ask me, is this a pyramid? I just say, hey, Landy, are you looking for a pyramid? Because I got one if you want it.
Love it.
People don't still waiting. Okay.
Y'all,
So we're gonna pick 3 random winners, and I don't have a way to copy and paste everyone into it. So you know what? Here, this is what we're gonna do. I want each person to nominate one person on this call to be a random winner. Each person, you get 1 vote. Type in someone who you want to, and don't vote for yourself. Sorry, nothing personal. Okay. I see Jess Saley's name twice. You're one of our winners, Jess.
congrats, Jess. Woo, woo, woo.
I've seen Grace's name twice. Grace, you're one of our winners.
Yay.
And I've seen, I need one more person's name twice. You know what? The first person nominated, I'm gonna pick them. Megan. I don't know which Megan that is. Is that Megan Martz? Let me
We
look.
have a Megan Watson who's on the call. I
Sarah
think.
Cardone, can you put the last name of the person you recommended? Megan. Which Megan? Megan Watson. Megan Watson. So Just Saley, Grace, and Megan, if you could private message me on Facebook, I'm going to give you 2 different choices of what you can have for a free prize. I'm keeping it a mystery, but you will like it and you will be happy. So thank you, everybody, for your time. Really big shout out to Landy for your great training. Thank you for everyone who gave us an hour of your busy Saturday. I hope you learned something. And if nothing else from today's call, I hope you get in the habit of doing these things consistently and you work on your mindset and you develop that recruiting and winner's mindset so that you become unstoppable in this business. Any closing thoughts, Landy?
I just think, guys, there's no magic foo-foo dust, okay? It's the work. That's what gets you to the top. That's what's going to get you to rank up. You've got to do these activities and you got to show up for yourself and just do them consistently. When you do that, you're going to win. Guaranteed. Okay. So I'm so excited. I'm so proud of all you guys. Thank you so much for jumping on. Let's go out there and rank up to bank up. Woo!
All right. Thank you, everybody. You have a great Saturday. I appreciate all of you. And I'll post the recording in the group shortly.
All right. Love you guys.
Bye, everyone.
Peace out.